Hey, Quad Bros, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here. We've got a little bit of a different video today. I want to do a kind of design video. I know that I've talked a lot in the past. I do have a degree in game development, and so I kind of wanted to flex a little bit those design muscles. I've been rolling around an idea in my head, and this is very off the cuff. This is obviously not like a fully fleshed out thing or anything like that, but just wanted to get this idea out there and let you guys maybe take a crack at it, think about it a little bit. Give some feedback, and we can kind of maybe start a little discussion about it just as a little interesting thing. I'd like to do a little bit more of these because I always like kind of, working my brain and working these design features through. Maybe you guys learn a little bit, I'm going to learn a little bit, and it'll be kind of good overall. And also maybe it'll fix a little bit of the issues that we see with Enlisted, right? So to start this off, guys, I just want to kind of point out, like, what do you guys think is the main draw of Enlisted, the main kind of gimmick of the game? Like, historical accuracy, yes. World War II, yes. But I would argue that gameplay wise, the main draw of Enlisted is the AI squads, right? That's the gimmick of the game. That's what separates Enlisted from Battlefield, right? If we take out the AI squad members, like, to be honest with you guys, we're just kind of playing Battlefield at that point. And yeah, maybe it's a little more realistic and the gunplay's a little bit different. But for all intents and purposes, I think that it is a very similar game to a lot of those other games. And the AI are what kind of make the game unique, right? So I think it's kind of a huge missed opportunity that there aren't more mechanics in the game that interact with these squad members and these AI. Like, in the game, like, yeah, you can tell them where to go and you can kind of give them orders and things like that. We are getting, personal orders for specific members of the squad, but there's just not that much that really interact with these different squad mates and AI in the game. And I think that that's a missed opportunity. So what I'm proposing here, guys, is something that is very realistic and something that is missing from the game right now, and that is squad leaders, officers, right? NCOs, things like that in the game. Because right now we don't have them, right? There's no kind of, higher ranked officer kind of role in the game. And so what I think that we could potentially add, and what Darkflow could potentially add to the game, is that role, to have an officer role, a squad leader role in the game. And what this squad leader would do would be to buff the AI around them. Now, I know a lot of you might immediately think to Star Wars Battlefront 2, those of you that might have played that, the officer role in that game that buffs the HP of people around them. I'm not saying anything like that. That's ridiculous, right? That's very unrealistic. And I'm not going for that. But what I am saying is maybe they could buff the fire rate of the soldiers around them, or maybe buff the accuracy of the soldiers around them. Things like that. Maybe make them use cover a little bit more effectively. Like, overall, just kind of bump up the quality of the soldiers to make them a little bit more powerful, right? Like, you're inspiring the guys around them. They're more, maybe they're more reactive to your marks, right? So if you're the squad leader and you place a mark down, like, all of your AI will turn a little bit quicker than they do now, and they'll put down a lot more accurate fire, right? So it's like you're actually telling your squad, like, hey, look over there, guys, like, fire at those guys over there, which is, I don't know, it's kind of lacking in my opinion right now. We don't have things like that right now, which yeah, you can mark someone, you can mark an area and your AI will turn towards it, but they're, you can't really tell them to kill. It's just kind of random, right? It also would make snipers a lot more effective, because now you can snipe down officers, which is really, really cool in my opinion. It makes snipers, instead of just shooting whichever guy that you see first, now it's like maybe you hold your shots. Because if you take out a random guy, like, maybe the squad leader player on the other team is going to be like, oh crap, like, my boy just got sniped. I need to get down so we don't lose this buff. Like that. I think that's kind of like an interesting dynamic that could be implemented into the game and could kind of come up naturally in the match. So yeah, just having like a squad leader type role. How it would be implemented, I think there's a couple ways. We could have like a command squad in the same way that we have other squads, and maybe this command squad buffs everyone around you, because it's like, maybe it's like a lieutenant or something like that, or general. I don't know. I'm not versed enough in military rankings to know what this would make sense as. I'm sure Darkflow could easily figure that out. I could easily figure it out. But point being, like, some upper, command squad that's like one officer, and then like two bodyguards with them or something like that. Like a really small squad, but they buff the AI. Like, maybe he's only got a sidearm, right? Like, he's not like a combat unit. He runs around, but he buffs everyone around him, right? That could be interesting, I feel. Just overall. And then you could upgrade that squad in some ways, and it makes your other NCOs and your other squad members, in your squad leaders, excuse me, that you place in the squads. It makes them a little bit better, right? And maybe over the course of the game, you start with the lieutenant, and then later on in the game, you get your officer rank 2 class that's like the major or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. So unlocking essentially bigger squads, right? Like actual command squads in the same way you unlock an assault squad. The other option is going the route of the tank squads, where if you guys have noticed, in tank squads, you can choose who sits where in the tank. You can have your tank commander be one guy, you can have your gunner guy be another guy, and you can actually rearrange who sits where in the tank and who is what. You'd have a similar idea here where you'd have the first member of your squad would be your squad leader. So whoever's at the top, you can rearrange these. Whoever's at the top, boom, that's your squad leader. Maybe they have access to different weapons, right? Like maybe the German squad leaders can get the STG, right? Or maybe there's, specific weapons that are only available to the squad leaders because they're the super rare weapons and things like that. Could be interesting. Who knows? Maybe that's a little bit too much, or maybe that takes a little bit of the customization of the game that a lot of people I know like away. Doesn't have to happen. Just an idea there. Again, the whole thing is just kind of like an idea. There's a lot of options I feel here that we could potentially do and could potentially be implemented into the game. But yeah, just having some sort of officer class that exists and is able to buff soldiers around them and make the AI just a little bit more effective. And then when you die, now the AI is a little bit less effective, right? It could be interesting. And you still play as the AI, of course. You can still switch squad members. You can switch your bomber and do the same thing. And really, it's just this idea of having some more interactions with the AI that currently exists in the game. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. Again, just kind of thinking about the game in terms of design. Let me know if you guys enjoyed, kind of thinking about this. Let me know, of course, your guys' thoughts on this. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that having these officer classes would work well in the game? Or do you guys think it's, like, no, I don't think it's really necessary. I just kind of want to run around and shoot people. That's perfectly reasonable, right? If that's the route that people think, then that's fine. Like, I just kind of want to start a discussion. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. And let me know if you guys want to do more kind of like, design videos like this. I talk about it on stream a lot, and I kind of go into design things because I know that that's something that a lot of people might be kind of interested in. But I haven't done a ton of YouTube things, at least not dedicated kind of design video type things like this. So again, let me know your guys' thoughts on both the video and the ideas here. And also if you guys want me to do more kind of design videos like this in the future. But enough of that, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. It does help me out. I do appreciate it. You can come chat with me, twitch.tv/HeyQuadro. We stream Monday through Thursday, 5 p.m. EST to 9 p.m. EST. Sorry, all of you EU guys. Maybe we'll be able to swap that up in the future. I know a lot of people miss out on the stream because of that. And finally, guys, you can join our community Discord. Lots of discussions always going on over there. Love to hear and see you guys over in that community and join the kind of broader Quad Bros and Enlisted community for that matter. So, again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.